Hello, everybody. It's Laura Van Vertlo. Thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time on one of my online classes, welcome. We're happy to have you here. And what to expect is I'm going to walk you through each of the projects that were included in your packet and then show you some tips along the way. And then there'll also be a color tutorial that I will have emailed to you at the same time I email this link. I make these unlisted and exclusive only to people that have purchased this class, just so you guys, get that special extra touch. And also, just make sure when you have the link, this way you can stop and go at your own pace and backward, turn it. What I'm trying to say, rewind it a little bit if you need to go back. So that's what I love about the beauty of these classes. It's like I'm sitting there with you, but you also can create at your own pace. And if it didn't make sense, hopefully the visual of me showing you and or the tutorial between the two will help. If not, please contact me. I would love to help you make this creative experience the best way possible. I love doing these because I remember when I first started stamping, I would see a stamp set and I'd get it and then I'd stare at it and then think to myself, what am I going to do with this? This is a great way to bust open the ink pads and get that creative mojo going. And you already have some samples. And the way my classes are set up with the consumable products is you'll have plenty more to create on your own and branch out and just ride that creative wave. So let's get started. I'm going to switch to the where you can see my craft area, if I can get it to cooperate. Let's see. Hello. Nope, that didn't work. Let's see if that works. Usually it works just fine. There we go. Okay, let me turn on the light. It's just hard to do when I have that bright light in my face trying to talk to you. So it's like being up on stage, giving a speech when you're in high school. All right, so in your pack, you should have gotten a full spool of the Mossy Meadow and Gold. And I love this ribbon, and it's going to be wonderful for Christmas cards too, and Christmas bags, tags. So you name it, you'll get a lot of use out of that. I also included in a couple of them, I kind of went a little bonkers with the ribbon. I used this, so I went ahead and put some of that in your kit. And also, when I was making these, I did not have the Charming Day embellishments, but now I do, and that's why you guys are getting those included, and here they are. So you will see me adding them to the current projects, but the samples have something different. This is what I was lacking for some reason. I don't know why I didn't order them, but who knows? Let's see. And then, of course, you should have a whole, I don't know what happened to my pack of paper. Oh, there it is. This is a hot mess, but you'll have half of a pack, 6 by 12, 2 of each design. So you have plenty of options that you can choose from. And so if you didn't like my colors or what's chosen, or if you want to mix up one and do one like mine and one on your own, I would love to see them for one. And two, have at it. That's what creativity is all about. So let's get started with our first project. It's a cute little nugget box. It will fit 2 or 3 little of those. Of course, did I buy them? No, because I can't keep them in the house. You can stack 3 little nuggets. So these would be perfect for little appreciation gifts that you can give in the office, or if you've got like a daycare or school, or if you just go on, those doctor appointments like I do. You get to know some of these people, sadly, but you also appreciate them because they help you. So great little thing to just put on their desk with 3 chocolates. I don't know about you, but that would make me smile. So Let me get the scoreboard out. You can also, hold on. You can also use your paper trimmer and use that to score for what I'm doing. So we've got the let me double check, 4 by 6. So on the 6-inch side, I'm going to score at, I'm going to have to ignore these because I have these for club. I don't want to move them though. Let's see, that looks like my one. Yep, 1 3/4, 2 3/4. Oh, actually, it's kind of in that spot. Okay, good. 4 1/2 and 5 1/2. And then we're going to rotate it, and then we're going to score all the way down to 1. Oops, I hate it when I do that. 1. Thankfully, it's a busy enough pattern that I don't think anybody's going to notice that I just did that. All right. So now we are going to cut this. I'm getting my reference photo, so hold on a second. And I needed to go back down to 100. It's too big. There we go. Okay. So now let me go from this side. I'm going to go ahead and fold all our crease marks because this is the side I want to come out. And do it this way because it makes it easier when I'm explaining what I'm cutting and why I'm cutting it. So I'm going to do it this way. So this is the inside of the box. I'm going to snip a little notch here. This is going to be our tab that we're going to put either the mono adhesive glue or tear and tape, which I prefer tear and tape because I get glue everywhere. So I basically cut that whole section off, and then I'm doing a corner wedge, and I'm going to go up and do it just a snip because this keeps it from buckling when you go and make your box. And I'm doing it ever so slight because you really don't need a whole bunch on the bottom. You want more for being sturdy. And then, come on. Oh, I should have scored the label too while I was there. And I'm only going to do the wedge right here because this one I want to be able to have more glue on it. Okay, let me clear off my scraps. So you can already see it's pretty quick and easy. So now I'm going to go get the tear and tape, and I'm just going to put it right here. And put a big enough piece. I always like to just burnish it real quick because it helps make it easier to peel off. And then we are going to match this up. Stop it. Okay, sorry. I don't know about you, but I talk to myself when I'm doing these things. Or talk to the project. Of course, it's going to go down where I didn't want it to. Ah, boy, that was a lucky break. I think it's because I know I'm being recorded. Like the teacher watching over you when you're. Jeez. Wasn't this hard when I made the first one? All right, there we go. Not that it's hard, but just annoying. Okay, so now we have the bottom of the box. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to put another one right at the bottom. And if you use the liquid glue, you might do, and actually I think I am going to do that. Where's the end? There you are. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put, so they're both going to be on the blue or the inside pieces. So when come on, there we go. So when I go down with this, it's going to stick to those two that make up the famous last words. I think I might have used the liquid glue when I made the original. I don't remember having it do that. Okay, So now that's, oh, nope, back up. This one needs, this is why you keep one completely square, and then this one, see, has a little bit of the wedge. All right, that's the way it needs to go. So that's what your bottom's going to look like. And what I did to really kind of mash that down is just get your bone folder up in there, and your box is done. And I just kind of took my fingers and pushed in on the sides, and that creates your top. And I'm going to burnish just a little bit. And now we're just going to score this little label and glue it on. But first, I'm going to go ahead and use, looks like I did, I'm going to do Secret C on this one. Oh, did I remember the stamp set? No. Kind of helps, doesn't it? I also forgot to show you the projects for the next class. I'll do that after I finish this one. So I'm going to use the Thanks for Being You, because I think that's a really good one for appreciation for teachers, coworkers. I'm all about spoiling people that, you know, we just need more kindness in the world. And if this helps, then by all means. Oh, you know what? I'm going to score it first. The only bad thing is I sit there and think to myself, what did I do to, let's see, where's the label? 3 5/8. Of course, does that make any sense to me now? No. Okay. So we are just going to wing it. I think it's, that'll help. I needed to know that anyway, right? Okay, so 2 3/4. No, 1 3/4. I apologize. So, and this is the piece that I went ahead and cut for you. So it looks really weird because you're going to cut this to 4 by 6. So all you have is this in your bag plus the Velcro. So I gave you enough Velcro, so if you want to make a few of these, you could. Somebody gifted me that size. I usually use a little bit bigger of a size. And, oh, thank God. Sometimes I wonder if it's going to go evenly. Let me see. Where is my ribbon? Okay, so now I'm going to just tie a quick little bow. And fingers cooperate with me today. Sorry, I have to be quiet. Concentrating. And I want you guys to know that Jasper's sound asleep over here in my little paper pumpkin box. So those of you that come over and know him, yes, he does sit still. If he's still there, I'll show you guys at the end. I don't want to mess up my good. You know what? Let me get the good scissors out. That's gonna go. I mean, those are good scissors, but not for what I was trying to do. There we go. Put those to the side. All right. So now I'm just going to put some regular. I'm going to run out of this before this class is over. I'm just put regular glue on there, and I'm going to butt it up that score line to 1, and it's going to be just a hair too small. But I don't think anybody's going to notice once you do this and this. And then I probably should have had a Velcro out for myself. But I'm going to glue that down, a glue dot. I got to go get some Hershey Nuggets now. All right, so now all I need is the Velcro, and I'm going to go grab that real quick. Thankfully, it's not too far away. And I want to say these are like the, I don't know what size these are. Like I said, somebody, my dad's wife gifted them to me. So this is how they came. I didn't have a box, but they're perfect for little tiny boxes because the ones that I use for my craft fair stuff are a little bit bigger, and they tend to really bulk up your projects when you're this small. So I peeled off, easier said than done, peeled off the backing, and then I'm going to put one here. I have it all ready to go, and then I'm going to mash it down really good. And then voila. Bingo. So now you have your little box. That one actually turned out a little bit better than this one did. All right, so let me put this to the side. I'm going to put my little gem on there. And, oh, I can't find, oh, there it is. I can't find it. Right out of my face. I'm going to do, no, I don't like that color. Let's just do what I did on the other one. I did the petal pink. And it just kind of gives it a little extra flair. And there are your little nugget boxes. So if you do other colors and combinations, I want to see them. And let me go ahead and show you the fall gatherings that I'm going to do. It is featuring the brand new set. Where did it go? Gathering Moments. I don't even have mine out. I used somebody else's. And so this is the add-on, but we're using the Gathering Moments bundle to focus on it. So you can add this on or purchase it yourself. Just make sure you have it. I will cut everything, but what is included here, I cannot stamp anything. But this is what we're using this month. Let me put it to the side for a second. And let me grab out all these. Okay, we have this beautiful. I use the masking paper, nice and simple, so you can make a lot of these. So nice and masculine or just festive for the fall. Thank you. So it's not even Thanksgiving. And then it says, thankful for you. And it's like a double card. It's kind of fun. I just saw it and I thought it was really sweet. And I love the little Wink of Stella, just really popped out the acorn. And then this one, it's like you have kind of like a side piece peekaboo. And then I think this is my favorite, the little frame. So I thought about stitching this, but I thought, no, I want to keep it as simple as possible. You'll get one frame, and then you'll cut all the DSP. I'll cut out like this label. What else is in here that I'll have to cut out? I'll do the pre-embossed stuff for you and include some masking tape. But your kit will include a full pack of the street dots, a package of the Early Espresso Old Olive twine or linen thread, and half a pack of the paper, which is absolutely gorgeous and across the room. Okay, we're just going to move on to card number 2. So let me switch back to that so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is going to be a fun one too. So you saw my chicken scratch. Get this ink pad out of my way because you know me. Okay, so this is a fun little card. It's not an actual card, so you're just going to get like the card. That'll be your base, and this is where it's going to open. And when you don't want to glue down these pieces yet because you're going to tuck them under the, I think that's Pretty Peacock that I included underneath. And then I included the ribbon and these labels. And then you just need the Secret Sea ink, or no, Night of Navy. I'm sorry. Let me grab that because I think I did not get that. You could easily use Secret Sea for this one too. It's a nice color that it just kind of goes with everything. It's like my new favorite neutral. Okay. So let me put my sample over here. Envelopes over there. And in your kit, oh wow, that's a lot of ribbon. You should have, okay, the ribbon, the 2 labels. I'm going to put it to the side right now. The Pretty Peacock Whisper White, and a piece of Night of Navy. So those are the pieces we're going to be working with. And then you will just go ahead and cut the 3.5 by 4.5, 4 1/4, excuse me. And then 4 1/4. This one's hard. You got to pay attention because it's 4.5 by 4 1/4. And it's so slightly off. So when you go to score, make sure you're double checking before you put the 1/2 inch mark, which I'm about to do. And that's what makes this card fun. I just like it because it was such a unique fold, but it's really easy once you get past the sizing. So that's my 4 1/4 side. So I want to go ahead and score this at 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to score this one. That's 4.5. That's what I was saying. So I'm going to rotate it to 4 and you know what I'm trying to say. 4 1/4. So I'm going to just score it this way because I know that's going to be the opposite side. So now I'm just going to fold these in. This is the part that's fun. I think we're done with scoring today. I think. But we do need this actual cutting paper trimmer today. So what you're going to do is you want to line up from here, and you're going to cut anywhere. That's what makes this so fun and different, is you don't have a set place to go. So now when I open up the front of the card, you'll see this. Now this side, I'm going to actually flip over. I meant to do that because I want to have the other side show. So what I'm using for my point is the fold mark is going right here in this corner. And then I'm just going to kind of do, you want to leave some on this side, and you'll see in a minute. And then you can use this for something else. Let me pull that out. I hope I used the right side. I don't know if I did. I might have messed that up. No, I did it right. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you this part. So I'm going to put some of this tape, the stamp and seal, on that little tab. That's that 1/2 inch that we just did. And I'm doing this for, sorry, you know me, I got to concentrate. This is the inside one. Go up. There we go. I'll have to trim a little bit. So this is why I told you have a little bit here. So it kind of gives you, so when you put your label in, you'll have a little extra. And then this one, we're going to put right there. They're all going to look different because you're going to just pick wherever you want to do your card. So it's looking weird to me just because I've been staring at the other one for so long. But you know what? It doesn't matter because it's just a different asymmetrical card. So there's no right or wrong way to make this card. I think you could even make it work if you accidentally scored or cut the offs on the other side. All right. Did not go to the edge. Huh. Oh, well. That could be why. Hold on. Yikes. Woo. All right. I'm going to let that go to the edge. See, there's tip number 1. I don't remember how I did this when I did the original. I thought it was cool. And at the time, I thought it was really easy. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so it's going to have a little overlap. And that one does too. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. So that is that part. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp the rose pattern, this big one, in that corner. Let me get some scrap paper out. I just don't want to mess up my a nice little mat here. I should have had these all ready to go. Sorry. Oh, too much. Oh, that's way big. That's not big enough. Oh, there we go. It's hiding way in the back. Okay, so that's the one I wanted. And since it's a little bit bigger, I like to ink it up like this. That way you're not smashing it in there. If you're getting ink on this part, that's what causes halos. And also, it's messy. So if you're getting ink on this part, you're pressing too hard. All right. Almost done with this one. I got to do the little thanks for being you again. We're almost done with this part. And then I just thought it was a fun little card. I don't think anybody's going to notice that it's a little crooked, but it's a handmade card, correct? All right. Get it really good. So I'm just waiting for this to run out. All right. Ah. Really sticking to me. All right. So there's that part. And then we are going to do the thanks for being you. Clean that off real quick. All right. Wish me luck. Sometimes when I do it this way and not stamp first, it makes me nervous. I'll put on the inside. You made my day. So I'm going to do this one. So these are all included in this stamp set. So I think I pretty much used the sentiments that were included. Just double check you're on the correct side when you do the little one. Okay. Again, wish me luck. Oh, that's a little crooked, but I don't care. Yeah, I popped that one up too. All right, what did I do with? Not there they are. Let me put. Okay, so I'm gonna have a dimensional for this one that we're gonna put the ribbon on, and I may have given you way too much ribbon, but I'd rather you have too much than too little. I'm watching the time too, because I'm trying to get this in before I go pick up Gavin at high school. I can't believe you guys, he's gonna be 16 this weekend. Holy smokes. I don't know what happened to the time. Okay, yeah, I definitely gave you way too much ribbon, but that's okay. So you're gonna kind of, I do this, and then pinch it together. And now I'm gonna put a little bit of the Stampin' Seal on the back of this. Whoops. All right, I'm gonna cut some off. This is too much. Try that again. I lost my footing. We went and helped make little hand mums. They're just like you fit on your wrist. For a school project last night, so we were doing those, and I do not do well with making ribbons of pretty and mums. that is not my forte. Just like wreaths. I can see all these beautiful wreaths, but yeah, no, don't ask me to make them because they're not going to turn out pretty. I have pictures of ones I made back in the 90s, and they're hilarious now that I look at them. I'm like, oh my gosh, people actually bought them. Wow, that is a lot of ribbon. Okay, so maybe you should size it up before you. Okay, I'm still going to trim it. There. Okay. I'm telling you, I don't have this much working against me when I'm doing this by myself. At least I don't remember that. Okay, so you eventually get your ribbon down to the size you should have had. And go ahead and stamp your envelope too, if you would like. So I'm going to do that. Bring that back so I don't stamp on this again. And we're done. That's card number 2. go. Oh, I see what I missed. Okay, see on this one I did a totally different because I didn't have these. This time I'm going to use, as soon as I find it, this. And you could use, it might be kind of pretty just to do this color. I haven't done this one yet. So let's do that one. And I'll do, come here. One. Always want to do the rule of threes. But there you go. So this one has the actual, I like the Charming Day one better. Okay, so here we go. Let me stamp this envelope too. Thought I did. I had so much stuff on my desk earlier that it just, I don't know where the envelopes went that matched each card because I take pictures. Good enough. It's an envelope going in the trash if somebody gets it. So. All right, that's done. Moving along. We're going to do the next one that's really fun, and then the last one's really simple. This one was a lot of fun. So what you're going to need, this is fun. So you can open it like this. I've included the 2 circles and pre-embossed this. And I gave you enough stuff to do the little die cuts. This is the fun part. So this is what we're going to make now. I think I called it the Z-Fold Surprise or Pop-Up or something like that. Let me just put that up because I will get all over myself. Let me get my notes out. Hold on. That way you don't tell you wrong. Okay, so your designer paper is going to be 10.5 by 4. And you're going to score it at 5.5, which makes sense because that is your normal card length. Go ahead and do that. There's that piece. So you'll do that one. And then you're going to cut out 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 of the same pattern to make it look more seamless. I'm trying to think the word. Here's the deal. I did not stamp. Oh, this one had one. Okay, good. All right. Leave under there. And then where I got the circles was the Spotlight on Nature. I used this. There's 2 of them. 2. What do you call it? There's enough of these where you have enough to put on 2 magnet sheets. So I used the one that had the little dots on it as opposed to the more flowery one. And for the box, I used this smaller one, and it's the Peace on Earth that just came out. And then for this card, you will want to cut out this with the pecan pie. And then yeah, that's what I did. This is what we're going to do is just cut some of it off. I'm not going to use the whole piece. Let me get rid of that ribbon. Okay. So now that I have all that, we're going to fold this in half. And it's going to be your normal Z fold. So if you've done Z folds before, this is pretty easy. So you fold it in half like your normal card. And then you're going to take it. I don't like to score it because it never comes out right for me. To me, if I can meet them up at the corners, like so, and then I take this and go down and kind of push it downward, most of the time it works perfect for me. I don't know if it did that time. So now we have the Z fold. This goes on your inside. Where's my piece? Oh boy, guess what I didn't do for myself? I did not do this piece. Okay, well, I might do that later. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and glue this right down. That should have been. Okay. See how it goes. I might have not done this right. No, she did. I'm a winner today. So now that is down, it's matted, and then I'm going to put this piece on the inside so you can write your message. I'll just have to cut that piece later. I'm not going to stop and do that. You do have it in your packet because I remember putting them through the die cutting machine. And then the front, you're just going to do like that. Glue that down. I love this one. This is like my favorite pattern in there. It just reminds me of cherry blossoms. I just love that fresh freesia and the blackberry bliss together. And a little bit of petunia pop. So since you guys do have that piece, what you're going to do is go ahead and glue down the Very Vanilla that I went ahead and put in your packet. And then the easiest way to do this, I tried to get them all out, guys. You know me. I throw our dies down on the floor to get them to pop out. All right. Should have done this before I got on. Oh well. What you gonna do? Oh. There we go. Jasper's like, would you quit making so much noise? All right, so I'm going to put it where I want it. And again, we're going to do thanks for being you. I didn't really express it at the time. I never have enough thank you cards. And I think I like this because it just goes with anything. You could do happy birthday. Maybe I'll do happy birthday. No, because I'll have to split it up. I don't feel like doing that. What I mean by split it up is just I would put happy and then like ink half of the stamp and lower it. Or you could put hey on the front and happy birthday on the inside. Just a thought. Thanks for being you. And then what did I do on this one? You made my day. Okay. I'm going to do this part first just because I remember how this kind of went when I did the other one. It's a little crooked. Maybe a way to get around fast. All right. Good enough right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the, where did I get the You Made My Day? Where did I put it? I'm sure you guys can see it clear as day, and it's just right in front of my face. There he is. Okay. No, he wasn't. Jasper was trying to use him. Okay. You Made My Day. Is that how I did it? Yeah. A little off, but it's okay. I'm going to take this little branch out. Let's see what I did. And I'm going to stamp that on the inside, on the opposite, to make it look like I meant to do that. Always a way to fix your mistakes. Okay. And yeah, I went a little crazy with ribbons and stuff on this one. So I'm just going to leave this ready to go. Because this one you want to put the glue on the back all the way. And then this one you only want it. I did dimensional. Get underneath the stamp set, aren't they? There. Okay, so I'm going to, I find it easier to put the dimensional on this because you remember not to put it so far that it sticks to the inside of the card and you can't open it. So line that like that. And this is why I have this ready to go. This is what I'm going to do. Excuse me if you see my head. It may not be exactly perfect, but that's the best way to do it. Just eyeball it, and then so when you open it, and then you open it again, boom. You're done. So now let's build our little flower. And, oh, I did. Yay. But not where I wanted it. Okay. Oh, some of it will stick. I did adhesive sheets, but I figured you can put dots on these and it'd work just fine. Do a couple. got 30 minutes to do one more card. We're doing good. I'm hoping my alarm doesn't go off before this is over. And I'm really hoping that you guys can hear the sound because I forgot to check that. All right, so I'll put this all the way down like so. And I saved the easiest card for last too. You know, because I do that at Club too. Put you guys to work and then let you have a breather at the end. So there's that part. And what I was telling you is you're going to cut this whole thing out. But I just want this big flower and that little flower. So I'm going to go in and cut that. And you can save it for another project. Put it on your little box that you made. You can put it on your last card. I'm going to cut this part off. All right, so those are all gone. Sadly, I'm not going to. It's going to be lame. But you will need to cut out these little pieces with what I gave you. Come on. Oh, there we go. And then, where did that piece of paper go? For a little bit of added depth, I went ahead and got Petunia Pop Out, because that's the color I used. And I used a little dauber. I like to use a dauber when I'm trying to do more dense kind of shading than a blending brush. The blending brushes I love for certain techniques, but for something like this where I want it to be more centralized and where I want it to go, I like the daubers because you have more control. So just do a little bit of that, do a little bit on that one, and we're done. I'll add this to it, and then you'll add some linen thread. I figure everybody's got linen thread. Or you can add some of the ribbon. I probably should have used smaller. Let's use this side. All right. Oh, he's back to sleep. All right. Oh, I must have cut the wrong flower. Oh, well, we'll just do a little different on this one. There. That looks pretty natural. Now it just needs its little... And we're going to stamp this on the envelope. And then I'm going to put these on there. You know, I should do the purple. Or the Petunia Pop. Hold on. Indecisive. Oh, yeah, that looks much better. Okay. Where did you come from? Okay, put a couple here and here. And then it just needs the double. What I did is just tie the linen thread. So you'll have this added and then just do a double bow. And see, like I use antique pearls because that's all I had. I just cut two pieces the same size and just tied them at the same time and attached them with a glue dot. I'll just do that afterward because I'm trying to save time. So get this and this out of the way. And we will make the final card. Yes, I'm going to make it under an hour. I'm so excited. I really strive to keep these under an hour. This is the easiest card. Just like saying, I have envelopes coming like out of the wazoo. I don't know where they're all coming from. That probably goes there. Okay, so this is what you will have. This is what we're going to make. So you have two projects to use the ribbon. What happened to that envelope? Goodness gracious. Okay, so you have the piece of petal pink. You do like we always do, and just fold it in half. All right. And then I pre-did this Forever Plaid. I love this one. This is one of the ones that I'm probably going to keep. I keep most of my embossing folders. If I haven't used them in like 2 years, I'll probably get rid of them. But I like having a variety for when I make my own projects. But I just did color on color, and this gives you enough height that I didn't worry about doing dimensionals on it. Where is that? Hi, buddy. What's going on? You're awfully itchy. It keeps getting up and waiting for me to come walk across my thing, my viewing area. If you see things shaking, it's because he's itching, and it's a grooming session. Just in case. So basically what I'm doing is this is the piece of Mossy Meadow, and it's cut to 2.5 by 3.5. And I just made it go. And if it doesn't go all the way on your paper, it's not a big deal. And I think that and the happy birthday are the only things I stamped on this one. I think I need to get that. Okay, so see, we used almost everything in here. Great. All right, I think I used basic gray for that. Nope, I think. Oh, no, I think that's Secret Seed. Okay. So you will have this. I cut it from the Happy Hibiscus, which is on the last chance list. Can you guys believe it? I feel like I just came out with that. But I also feel like it should be July and not September. So there we go. Tell me okay. These lights are starting to make me hot. Okay, so I did the happy birthday. And so you'll have the label pre-cut. You'll have the pre-embossed petal pink. And the rest of this is just a symbol, because you will cut 3.5 by 2 3/4, whatever coordinating pattern you would like. And so I put this one straight down, and I popped up the Mossy Meadow. Oh my gosh, oh, I just ran out. I'm not going to change it. See if I can find another one. There we go. Of course, this one's on its way out too, but I think I've got enough. Yes, I do. Oh yeah, this light's getting hot. Okay, so I just kind of did a little cattywampus there. And then we're going to pop that up and make it go inward. This was into asymmetrical this time. Got all sorts of fun, different things going on. All right, we're almost done. We're on the home stretch, guys. So glad you guys stuck with me this long. Okay, here we go. We're going to pop that sucker down. I think Jasper finally broke the paper pumpkin box. That's what that noise was. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. But this is where you're going to use, your ribbon. What is that, about 6 inches? And then I'm going to pre-do it like so. Yeah, I don't want that. That's why I do it this direction, so I can see how it looks. Make that wider. We can do it smaller. Sorry, guys. You can fast forward through this while I try to figure out the right height. Ah, there we go. It's like the letter M. Today's program is brought to you by the letter M. Bringing back Sesame Street. All right. Put that right there. Put this on the inside. Add our gems, and we are just about done. Hallelujah. We made it with 20 minutes to go. Yay. Before I had to pick them up, that is. Let me go ahead. I think for this one, I'm going to do the petal pink. If I can find, there it is. On the original, I used the antique pearls. So if you just bought the tutorial, you could use whatever you have on hand. Oh, there it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just going to put this one here. There. There we go. And you can, by all means, add extra to your envelopes and your inside. But I hope you enjoyed today's projects. Again, if you have any questions, if you're missing something, something's not fitting quite right, just contact me. I'd be happy to help you out. And I look forward to seeing you next month when we do the fall gatherings. So be sure to be on the lookout to sign up for that. I appreciate you guys being here today. Have a good one.